Hi there, this is Paula. You know Sister Paula, your friend and that old Pentecostal transgender preacher. And I want to share a humorous, I don't know if you call it a prose or what you would call it, but I just loved it, from Facebook. A few months back, or it's been longer than that now, a friend of mine forced me to go on Facebook, and he did me one of the biggest favors of my life. I love it. And Facebook has just got all of these wonderful things. And I read this humorous little article on Facebook the other day, and I said to a friend of mine, I'm going to print that out and share that in a YouTube clip with my worldwide audience. I just think it is precious. You know, two things those of you who follow my ministry have heard me say many times that, and I say it in my autobiography too, two things that have gotten me through, two reasons why I am still sitting here at 74 years old as an open trans person preaching the gospel, is my sense of humor and God's angelic protection of my life. Without my sense of humor over the years, I don't think I would have survived. And I feel sorry for people that can't see anything humorous in sex. They see everything that's even slightly sexually related, as sinful and evil, and nothing of the kind. Rusty Warren said, if you can't learn to laugh at sex, you have a problem with it. And thank God that our God, the God who spoke the very worlds into existence, the God who so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life, our God has a sense of humor. I used to say in the nightclub, don't be afraid to laugh out loud. If you hold it in, you'll create gas and offend everybody. I stole that joke from somebody back in the 60s that used to say that at Finocchio's, Or another one from those days that I've used in the shows is they'll say, don't be afraid to laugh out loud. If you hold it in, you'll create gas and offend everybody. And then there is another one. I told this joke last night and the lady laughed so hard tears ran down her legs. Now, if you're offended by that, then just push the button and go on to something else, because I have something that I want to share with you that has humor in it. And there is nothing sinful about anything that I have said so far on this YouTube clip today. And if you see the things I've already said as sinful, I sure do feel sorry for you. You're serving the wrong God. You're serving a God who is cold, who is distant, who is regimented. The God that I serve blesses all parts of our psyche because God created us the way we are, and the God that I serve has a sense of humor, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And because I've been able to laugh at things, like Darcel says, when we learn to laugh at ourselves, we can laugh at everybody else. And I pray, as long as there's breath in my body, as long as I have a voice, that I'll never lose my sense of humor or become narrow-minded about sex like some evangelicals and fundamentalists do. But here's the little clip from Facebook that I read that I printed out. I just think it's precious, and here it goes. Grandma is 88 years old and still drives her own car. She writes, "Dear granddaughter, the other day I went to our local Christian bookstore and saw a 'Honk If You Love Jesus' bumper sticker. I was feeling particularly sassy that day because I had just come from a thrilling choir performance followed by a thunderous prayer meeting. So I saw the sticker, 'Honk If You Love Jesus,' and put it on my car bumper. Boy, am I glad I did. What an uplifting experience that followed. I was stopped at a red light at a busy intersection, just lost in thought about the Lord and how good He is, and I didn't notice that the light had changed. It is a good thing because someone else loves Jesus, because if He hadn't honked, I would have never noticed. I found that lots of people love Jesus. While I was sitting there, the guy behind started honking like crazy. And then he leaned out of his window and screamed, "For the love of God, go, go, Jesus Christ, go." What an exuberant cheerleader he was for Jesus. Everyone started honking. They all loved Jesus. I just leaned out my window and started waving and smiling at all those loving people. I even honked my horn a few times to share in the love. There must have been a man from Florida back there, because I heard him yelling something about a sunny beach. I saw another guy waving in a funny way with only his middle finger stuck up in the air. I asked my young teenage grandson in the back seat what that meant. He said it was probably a Hawaiian good luck sign or something. Well, I've never met anyone from Hawaii, so I leaned out the window and gave him the good luck sign right back. My grandson burst out laughing. Why, even he was enjoying this religious experience. A couple of the people were so caught up in the joy of the moment that they got out of their cars and started walking towards me. I bet they wanted to pray or ask what church I attended, but this is when I noticed the light had changed. So, grinning, I waved at all my brothers and sisters and drove on through the intersection. I noticed that I was the only car that got through the intersection before the light changed again, and felt kind of sad that I had to leave them after all of the love we had shared. So I slowed the car down, leaned out the window, and gave them all the Hawaiian good luck sign one last time as I drove away. Praise the Lord for such wonderful folks. And that is our sense of humor for today. God bless.